So I'm delighted to be here with our many friends at the FDNY, celebrating a long and productive partnership between John Jay and the fire department of our city, and to join in those who are celebrating the 150 years of the FDNY. It's one of the most important agencies in our city, and it's something we should all be proud of, and we're very proud of our connection with this very important public safety agency of New York. The FDNY has been part of the John Jay history over our 50 years, and we're very proud to note that there are hundreds, maybe well over 1,000 John Jay alumni who have worked at the fire department and have provided valuable services to the city over the years. And we want to build on that connection and that relationship.
I think the impact on the FDNY and FDNY's impact on the college has been strong and ongoing for as long as I'm aware of.
Well, for well over 100 years, the FDNY has been a sort of standard for new firefighting technologies and new techniques, procedures, all those kind of things.
As the program was founded in the 70s, it was really built on enrollments from members of the FDNY, largely coming back on the GI Bill. And when I was a student here in the 80s, the classes in the master's program, the classes were thick with active FDNY members, and it was a great experience.
Of course, having taught at John Jay for over 20 years now, I've dealt with hundreds of FDNY firefighters, and every one of them brings something to the table.
As a young firefighter here in 1976, I was just learning my trade, and there were so many people here, so many students, fellow firefighters. One that comes to mind is John J. O'Rourke, who was a captain at the time, and we all looked up to him, and eventually John became the chief of department.
I was very fortunate to have a number of former FDNY faculty who were full-time at the college. Augustus Beekman, who was a former commissioner, Hugh Caulfield, Charlie Ryan, and studying with them, as well as the large number of adjunct faculty that we had, was so exciting.
I started out working for the city in 1991 as a cop. I'd like to say I got promoted in 1999 to the fire department as a firefighter. I wanted to go back to school, and John Jay actually provided me the most bang for the buck, actually. I had my associate's degree, but I wanted to get my bachelor's degree, and they actually accepted a lot of my police science classes and my fire science classes.
I've been on the fire department 11 years. Was promoted about a year and a half ago to lieutenant, and because of that, I figured I should take some more courses at John Jay in order to be able to take some of that information in both classroom sense and professional sense.
One of my instructors is a chief on the fire department, Chief Spadafora. He was instrumental in teaching me a lot more than I ever thought on that one class. He really actually happened to be probably one of the smartest guys in the fire services.
Based on the experiences of other chiefs and captains and lieutenants and firefighters who came through here, I believe John Jay is going to give me that experience I need, both classroom and with the communication of other members, to allow me to do a better job in the field.
There are so many graduates of John Jay, alumni like myself, who are known in the fire service world, EMS world, the emergency management world, as people who have lived the experiences in New York City that no place else has ever done.
The FDNY really plays a very prominent role, not only nationally but even internationally, of how fires are fought worldwide, really.
I think since 9/11, the FDNY has undergone a lot of change.
At the very crux of it, of course, the FDNY was the organization that suffered the most loss of any organization that was there that day, private or public. We know, of course, that John Jay College itself has a memorial to all those who were killed on 9/11. Of course, John Jay College has the most college students, or alumni, I should say, that were killed.
The events that took place on September 11th, when you lose 343 members of your department, and the widows that were left and the orphans that were left, you're obligated to change to make sure that that never happens again. It's so much better than it ever was, and the firefighters are trained so much better than we ever were.
The legacy, I think, of those, particularly the folks that were killed that day, has been carried on in a variety of ways. One that comes to mind, of course, immediately is the Christian Reaganhard Center for Emergency Response Studies. That was formed by Sally Reaganhard in memory of her son, who was killed as a probationary firefighter that day. And that center, of course, does a lot of research on multidisciplinary, large-scale responses, not even just fire, but police, EMS, emergency management, looking at the big picture. And we've done some great work through that center.
A John Jay education is preparing me for the future. It's giving me the tools and the knowledge and just the general experience is going to make me a better boss, a better leader in the future.
I'm really proud to say that I'm a John Jay alumni because of exactly what you're doing, exactly the direction the school is going in. And I can't see anything but getting better and better each year.
I work a lot with Fire Engineering Magazine. It makes me feel proud to be able to put John Jay down in that bio box at the end of the article. And you'd be shocked, particularly in that magazine, how many John Jay College people have appeared in that magazine for the last 40 or 50 years. We're all proud of our John Jay connections, all of us, wherever we end up, anywhere around the world, but particularly in the fire service, we're a much smaller group and we're I think, a very close-knit group as well. So we all really are very proud of that fact.